Hi ladies, how are you? Welcome back. This is my review and demo on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup Foundation, and my shade is Tawny. It comes in a beautiful blue packaging. It's very luxurious and it looks very high-end. Now that you have seen the packaging, let's talk about the product, which is the most important thing. The foundation, it comes in a glass container. It's 1 fluid ounces. This is different depending on what website you go to. So let's say for instance you go to Macy's, Estee Lauder, or Nordstrom. It's going to be the same price, $39.50. Whereas if you would go to Sephora, it would be, I believe it's $38. Yeah. So for me, I didn't pay full price because I bought this foundation when it was on sale through the VIP. Let me show you also how the packaging looks from the inside, if in case you're wondering. It says EL right there. And this is the foundation right here. It's gonna give you your shade, name, and also the number, which is 3W1. Both foundation and powder. The packaging is the same color, the same font, but the only difference is in the back. Okay, so for your foundation, obviously it has all the information in here, and then for the powder it has all the information in the back as well. It doesn't come with a pump, but I added the pump from MAC. But it actually comes with this one, okay, with the little cap. So when you receive it, it's gonna come like this, okay? This claim that it has is that it stays in place for 15 hours. Now, did I wear the foundation for 15 hours? No, I didn't. I think at most I wore this foundation for 10, maybe even 12. It didn't budge and didn't move. It didn't transfer at all whatsoever. I did see a difference when, I think it was one time, I think I cried. And so when your tears go down, the water gets in contact with the powder. So I think it was the powder that it started moving, not the actual foundation. So that's something that I did notice with myself when it came to that, with the powder though. Now with the foundation, it did not move at all. I started using this foundation during the spring, and when I was noticing that if I was using it in drizzle, in rain, it will stay the same. This summer right now, this foundation is amazing in humidity and in extreme heat, because I did use it many times and I was just doing errands, or I was, you know, going out and about, and and it didn't move at all, which was crazy. It made my skin though look much more dewy. So yeah, because this foundation, by the way, is not a complete matte. It's a semi-matte. So what that means is that it's going to give you a natural radiance to your skin. This is the foundation that I always wear for filming my videos on YouTube, and also if I want to take, like, you know, a quick selfie, or if I'm on Snapchat, this is the foundation I always use. Okay, another thing about this foundation is that it's oil free. It's buildable for sure, because I love to do 2 layers on my skin. And yeah, and then also it's medium to full coverage. There you go. That's all you really need to know, you know. It comes in a compact like so. It comes with a full-size mirror, powder. So anyways, let's talk about the powder now. It's the Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Makeup. That's the name. And again, it's in the shade Tawny. Packaging, it says that it lasts for 8 hours. Do I feel that it only lasts 8 hours though? No, in my personal opinion, I do not feel that it lasts for 8 hours. I feel that it lasts even longer. It starts a little bit fading away, like around, I would say, the 6 to 7 hour on me, on my skin. That's what it does. But then, does it go away if you're in extreme heat or humidity? Yes, it does go away, because your makeup is going to look much more dewy. By the way, this powder, it adheres to the foundation very well, and it doesn't make it look heavy or cakey. So if that's something that you're wondering, it doesn't do it. Okay, you can use the sponge that it comes with, but I choose not to. That one I usually mostly use it for touch-ups. Yeah, and I always use a powder brush, but it's in the back. So there you go. That was my Tiny foundation, and it makes the skin look flawless and natural. It's not as heavy as the Studio Fix powder. That one is like bam bam, you're full coverage. This one, no, it's much more natural on the skin. So let's begin with the first thing that you need to do. Personally for me, I always love to moisturize my skin, and I go in with the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, which I already have. So then make sure, if you're going to use this foundation, to use a beauty blender, a wet one, and just squeeze out the excess. So that's step 2. And then the last step that you need to do is grab your foundation. This one from Estee Lauder, okay, the double wear. Mine has a pump, and you may be wondering, how did you get a pump? Now, the way you're gonna get a pump, if you want to, but I don't think you should. I went to MAC and it was $5. What happened to my pump is that, you see, it's curved to the side, so I would just say skip it. And if Estee Lauder is watching, which I highly doubt, but if anyone is watching that works from Estee Lauder, can you please make a pump for this amazing foundation? It needs one, and just make it in gold. Do you need to shake your foundation? I highly recommend that you do. You do everything as sanitized, as clean as possible. The beauty blender, the foundation, it's for myself. But if, let's say for instance, you're a makeup artist or you do freelance makeup, make sure you take the precautions and the steps to make sure that it's sanitized and clean, okay? So I'm just gonna go in here. Now you can, if you want to, you can get it from the pump. It makes it much more easier, and I go in here like so. You don't have to do it this way, but this is the way I've been recently doing it because my pump doesn't work, unfortunately. That's okay, you know. I'm gonna move on towards applying my foundation. This was a bad idea. Just, you know what, I need to get my mirror. And I'm making sure that I'm applying it evenly. And I usually start with my cheeks. This is your natural radiance coverage. Yeah, that's something that I love. So then I'm just pouncing it throughout my face, you know. And for me, it depends how much coverage I want. So let's say for instance that you want a very subtle and nice coverage, I would recommend 1 layer. But if you want much more of a fuller coverage, I recommend 2. So it all depends on what are your needs, you know. Whenever I take like a selfie or a picture, whatever, I always go for this foundation because it makes your skin so flawless. So I want you to see how it is with coverage with 1 layer and without. You see that? The reason why I have sunspots is because I wasn't using moisturizer that had an SPF when I was in college, which was a mistake. So don't do that. So anyways, I'm just gonna go in and do my, there you go. You see that? Did you see the difference already? Like, and it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel cakey. It is beautiful, this foundation. That was 1 layer. The pictures with 1 layer, and now I'm just gonna continue doing 2 layers because personally for me, I love more coverage. And I'm just doing the same technique, which is applying the foundation. I'm making sure that you guys can see me, yeah, and I'm pouncing it, and there you go. You see, gives you much more coverage. You see that? And it still looks like your skin. It doesn't look like it's heavy or cakey at all. So that's really cool. Let's say for instance you're a young woman and you're going to school or you're going to work and you just want a foundation that is going to stay from the moment you put it on in the morning till whenever you decide to remove it, you know, at night. It's gonna stay intact. And also make sure you put foundation down below your neck because you want to match. It wasn't hard, that wasn't difficult. You see, that was very simple. And yes, I have very severe dark circles. But that's okay. So now I'm just going to apply my concealer, set it, and then we'll be back with the powder. I already set my concealer, and now let's move on towards the powder. Okay, now this is the second product that I have been loving and been using, which is the Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Makeup. So this is just going to help adhere into your foundation, and it's going to make your makeup last even longer, okay, and give you a better coverage. So it's just a compact, and it has the emboss of EL, which is Estee Lauder, and then in the back you get to see the shade number and the name. So yeah, and by the way, it comes with a full-size mirror, just like a compact. And then it has the powder right there. And let me give you a nice swatch just in case, you know, you're wondering how it is there's your swatch. So something that I noticed was that the sponge felt a little bit different than the regular compacts that you get, you know. One side of the sponge, it feels very like a regular sponge, you know, a normal regular sponge. But then on the other side, if the texture of it, I'm gonna get up close, it feels super soft. And the reason why, based on what I was reading, is so that when you apply this foundation with the sponge, go more on smoothly and more evenly. If you're in a pinch and you just want to use your sponge, then go for it, you know, because I've used it in the past, but only to do a little bit of touch-ups. My personal preference is just this powder brush from EcoTools, and I just go in here. Okay, really don't need a lot. You can even tap off if you want to, and just go in. Okay, just to make sure that everything stays as it should be, so that way it can last a long time, you know. And it won't move. Okay, this powder, did it last on my face for more than 15 hours? I have never worn a foundation for more than 15 hours. I think tops was 12, and it was still in there. It didn't move at all. This foundation was still in my face even after like 12 hours, you know, because I was editing one day and I was like, damn, this foundation is serious. So there you go. Amazing foundation. I absolutely love it. Now that you have seen the demo, I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay ladies, this is how my face looks after I applied blush and bronzer and highlight, of course, and all that good stuff. And then I also just to make sure that it locks it in place, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter. That's something that I do. You don't have to, but that's just a little extra step that I do, you know, to ensure that my makeup stays in place. But you really don't have to. I absolutely love this foundation. I think that is amazing, that it looks beautiful on the skin. It lasts very long. I love the coverage it gives me. Doesn't make my skin look heavy or cakey. I also like it for photography, because this is the foundation that I love to use for filming, for taking selfies, for taking pictures both indoors and outdoors. And if you have seen any selfies that I have taken, like any pictures of myself that I have taken, it's, especially on Snapchat, it's always with using this foundation. And someone mentioned in my previous video, which was my favorites, my June favorites, that my skin looked flawless, but I really think it's because of this foundation. Yeah, so it's amazing. And not to forget, the powder is amazing too. The combination using of both the foundation and the powder make a huge difference, I think, you know. So there you go. That was it. That was my review on them. If you have any further questions, just leave it down below in the comment section, and I'll make sure to reply to you. Okay, so don't worry. I'll make sure I have the link down below, so that way you can purchase it for yourself if you wish to do so. Both the foundation in Tawny, the double wear, and then also the double wear powder in Tawny as well. So I have links down below. Oh yeah, speaking of links, I was doing some research. Obviously I was doing a lot of research on this foundation. The double wear in Estee Lauder's website, it costs $39.50, as well as Macy's and Nordstrom. But guess what? If you go to Sephora's website, because I went to look, it's $38 there. You're only saving, so you're saving $1.50. The way I got this foundation was through the VIB sale. I saved, how much did I save? With the VIB sale, I got this foundation much more affordable. Whereas if I didn't, you know, I'll be paying full price. You know how I feel about paying full price. And then the powder, I got it at sale too, and I bought it at Nordstrom when they had their beauty sale. So by the time I upload this video, hopefully, you never know, because Macy's is having their Black Friday in July sale, beauty sale, well, other sales too. So I'm gonna double check, and if there is a sale or there's a good deal that I can find for you guys, or a promo code, I'll leave it down below in the description box. Make sure you click on that description box. Okay, it's gonna collapse. It's gonna give you all the information that you want about this foundation, and also it's gonna give you links, plus links to my social media, and then also links to videos that I think for sure you will enjoy. Okay, so there you go. Just a little side note right there. So yeah, I highly recommend this foundation. I know for sure you're gonna love it too, because I love it, and I wear this foundation almost, if not every single day. That's how good it is. But now I'm running low. It's up to here, so it may look like it's full, but it's not. But there you go. That was it. And I hope you love this video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. Don't forget to give me a big old thumbs up. And don't forget to comment down below. If in case you don't have money for it, just ask for a sample and it's free. You can go to Macy's, you can go to Sephora, you can go to Nordstrom and ask for a free sample and test it out. Try it at home, and if you love it, then you buy the full size, you know. So yeah, but if you just want to buy it, which I highly recommend, then you just go for it, you know. And that was it. I gotta go and edit this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for my viewer who requested this video too. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Besitos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.